My girlfriend said, "I should have come single." I replied, "Then I left." Then I walked out of the party, blocked her number, cleared her from my apartment, and I smiled because she had no idea one drunk sentence would cost her me and her status. Original post: I am 29 now. My ex-girlfriend is Madison, 27. No kids. We did not live together full-time, but she stayed over 3 or 4 nights a week. I work in IT for a manufacturing company. She works in social media for a local clothing brand. We met at a friend's birthday at a bar. She was loud in the way that pulls a room. I am quieter. She liked that I balanced her out. That was her phrase. At first it felt like a good match. We had been together about 18 months when this happened. From the outside it looked fine. Brunch photos, weekend trips, couple selfies with matching filters. Her followers wrote things like "power couple" and "he is a keeper." Most of the content was on her page. I was more of a prop than a person, but I tried not to overthink it. Inside, there were small things that sat wrong. She would joke in front of friends about being too hot to be tied down so young. Or she would say, "If I were single, I would be dangerous," and then look around to see who laughed. I told myself it was just her sense of humor. The party that started all this was for her friend Becca's promotion. House party, around 30 people, small city apartment. Music loud, kitchen crowded, living room full of people sitting on the floor with drinks. I drove us there. She took an extra hour to get ready, hair curled, short dress, new heels. I told her she looked nice. She said, "Of course I do." Becca invited half her office. I have to show up. We got there around 9. She disappeared fast, hugged Becca, started mingling. I grabbed a drink and talked to a couple of guys from Becca's team about work and sports. After a while, I ended up in the hallway near the bathroom. The door was closed. People were lined up. I checked my phone. When I looked up, I saw Madison on the other side of the hall, leaning against the wall with a group. There were 3 guys and another girl. One of the guys was tall with a fade and a loud laugh. I had seen him earlier hovering around her. Someone said something I could not hear over the music. Then I heard Madison's voice, clear and sharp. "Honestly, I should have come single tonight." Everyone laughed. One of the guys said, "Facts." The tall one leaned in and bumped her shoulder like they were sharing a secret. It was not just the words, it was the way she said it. Like I was some mistake she had to work around. Like being with me was the thing holding her back from fun. I stood there. I could have stepped forward. I could have asked her what she meant. Instead, I watched. She did not know I was there. She did not correct herself. She did not say she was joking. She just let it sit. My ears got hot, but my head felt cold. It was like my body reacted and my mind stepped back. In that moment, I realized something simple. This was how she talked when I was not in the room. My place in her life was clear. Good enough for photos. Good enough to drive her. Not good enough to be proud of in front of strangers. I did not make a scene. I did not break anything. I walked to the kitchen, poured my drink down the sink, and took out my keys. I sent her one text. "Heading out. You can grab your stuff from my place tomorrow. Have a good night." Then I left the party without saying goodbye to anyone. Update 1: by the time I got home, my phone already had 3 missed calls from Madison. "Where did you go?" her first text said. Then, "Tell me you are joking." Then, "Connor, pick up the phone." I put my phone face down on the counter. I did not answer. I heated leftover pasta, sat at my table, ate in silence. I wanted to react, but I made myself wait until morning. Around 1 in the morning, the calls slowed. A final text came in. "You leaving like that was so embarrassing. We need to talk tomorrow." I turned my phone off and went to bed. In the morning, I made coffee, took a shower, got dressed like any other day, even though it was Sunday. At 9, there was a sharp knock at my door. I opened it. Madison stood there in last night's dress, makeup smudged, heels in her hand. She looked like she had slept 2 hours max. "You cannot just walk out of a party and send some breakup text," she said, pushing past me into the apartment. "Do you know how insane that is?" I closed the door behind her. "Good morning to you too," she spun around. I spent half the night explaining to people why my boyfriend bailed. Becca thought we had a fight. Her coworkers were asking if I was okay. You made me look crazy. That line keeps coming up, I said. You looking crazy. She frowned. What is that supposed to mean? I leaned against the counter, kept my voice low. I heard what you said in the hallway last night. I should have come single tonight. You said it like I was a burden. Her eyes widened for a second, then narrowed. You are mad about a joke. I was drunk. It was a joke, Connor. Who was the joke for? I asked. Because the guys you said it to did not look like they thought you were taken. You are twisting this, she said. It was a throwaway line. Everyone says stuff like that. Oh my God, you are so sensitive. You cannot handle me saying I want to have fun at a party. I pulled my phone out, typed a quick message to myself with the exact words I had heard. I did it so I would not question my memory later. You did not say you wanted to have fun, I said. You said you should have come single. That is different. If you want to be single, be single. You are free to do that. But you do not get to use me as your safe option while talking like you are above me. She crossed her arms. You are breaking up with me over one sentence. I am ending this over a pattern, I said. That sentence is just the piece that snapped it into focus. She scoffed. What pattern? You talk about being too hot to settle, I said. You post thirst traps and then tag me in small print if at all. You RSVP us to things and then act like you arrived alone. You want the boyfriend benefits with the single girl energy. Last night was just you saying the quiet part louder. She stared at me. For a moment I thought she might actually hear it. Then her face hardened. You are pathetic, she said. You cannot handle a confident woman. No wonder you are single at 29. You are insecure and controlling, and now you are punishing me because other guys looked at me. I did not raise my voice. I am not punishing you. I am leaving, she laughed once without humor. You are not serious. I am, I said. I meant what I texted you. We are done. You can pick up anything you left here today. After that, I do not want you coming over uninvited. For the first time, she looked unsure. So that is it. 18 months. Done. Yes, I said, because I do not want to date someone who wishes she came single while I am standing in the next room. She shook her head. You are going to regret this. Maybe, I said, but I would regret staying more. She grabbed her bag from the couch, swept a few makeup items from the bathroom into it, took her jacket from the chair. At the door, she stopped. You are going to look crazy when people hear your side, she said. You know that, right? Leaving a party over one drunk comment. I opened the door. You should think about how your comment sounds when you say it out loud and sober. She glared at me, then left. The hallway went quiet. I locked the door, sat on the floor, let myself feel the shock for a few minutes. Then I stood up and started cleaning. Update 2, I thought it would end there. It did not. That afternoon, my phone started lighting up. Friends, mutuals, a couple of people from Becca's circle. Hey, everything okay? Madison posted some stuff. Dude, Madison is saying you ditched her at a party because she danced with someone. I opened her page. She had already posted 3 story slides. Black background, white text. PSA, if your boyfriend leaves you at a party because guys looked at you, that is not love. That is control. Next slide. Some men cannot handle a woman with options. Final slide. Selfie of her sad face with the caption, healing from emotional manipulation is so hard. She did not mention my name, but anyone who knew us could connect the dots. I took a screenshot of the stories, not because I wanted to respond, because I wanted a record. Then I got a text from Becca. Hey, I am not taking sides, just confused. Madison said you flipped out because she was having fun and left without telling her. Is that what happened? I sent a reply. I left after hearing her tell a group of guys she should have come single tonight. I texted her that I was leaving. I did not scream or cause a scene. That is the whole story. Becca took a few minutes. Then, oh, I am sorry. That is messed up. I did not know she said that. Over the next days, similar messages came in. Madison says you were controlling. I would answer the same way. Calm, short. She said she should have come single while we were at the party together. That did not work for me. People reacted on their own. Some backed away. A few told me they had heard her make similar comments before. One guy admitted, "Honestly, last night she was flirting with like 3 dudes." "I thought you two were low-key open or something," I said. "We were not." As for my revenge, it was simple. I unfollowed her on everything, muted her name so I would not see tags, blocked her number for a week so I would not be tempted to respond to late-night drunk texts. I took my time back. She kept posting. More vague quotes. "Never apologize for being too much. Some men fear a woman who knows her worth." It was loud and hollow. The narrative started to crack when one of her own friends posted a video from the party. A simple pan across the hallway. In the background, clear as day, you can hear Madison say, "I should have come single tonight," and a guy respond, "You basically are." Someone screenshotted the subtitles and sent it to me. I did not share it. I did not need to. It spread in her circle anyway. People talk. Her follower count dipped, not by a lot, but enough for her to notice. She posted a long paragraph about haters twisting things in context, but the damage was done. Meanwhile, my life got quieter. I canceled the couple's subscription we shared and put my own card on a single plan. I took her profile off my streaming services. I updated my emergency contact from her to my brother. I took our framed photos down and put them in a box. It was not dramatic. It was deliberate. One small action at a time. By the end of the month, there was no trace of her in my apartment except for a hoodie she forgot under the bed. I put it in a bag. Texted once, "You left this. Do you want it back or should I donate it?" She replied, "Keep it. I do not want anything that reminds me of this." I donated it the next day. For the first time in months, my space felt like mine again. No ring light in the corner. No piles of clothes from content days. No waiting for her to finish filming, get ready with me videos so we could finally leave the house. I did not get a lawyer involved. We had no shared assets, no lease, just shared history and some followers in common. I protected the only asset I had tied to her. My peace. Update 3. About 6 weeks after the breakup, Madison texted me from a new number. "Can we talk? No drama. Just want closure." I stared at it, then replied, "Public place, coffee shop on Maple, Saturday at 2. She agreed. On Saturday, she walked in wearing jeans and a sweater. No big lashes, no camera-ready face. She looked like a regular person. For the first time, I saw how small she was without the performance. "Hi," she said, sitting down. "Thank you for meeting me," I nodded. "What did you want to say?" She took a deep breath. "I have been thinking a lot about that night and about us." I waited. "I should not have said what I said," she admitted. "It was a messed up thing to say. I was drunk and trying to be funny and edgy and I hurt you. I get that now." I stirred my coffee. "Okay," she frowned. "That is it, just okay." "I am listening," I said. "Keep going." She looked down at her hands. "The video got around, people heard it. A lot of them pulled back. Brands do not want to work with someone in drama. Becca is mad at me. Some of the guys from that night stopped responding. It has been rough." There it was. Not "I miss you" first. Not "I am sorry you were hurt" first was how it hit her image. "I also realized," she added quickly, "that I took you for granted. You were always there, driving, supporting, doing the boring stuff. I did not see it as value because it was not flashy. That is on me." That part at least sounded honest. "I want to apologize," she said, "for calling you insecure, for making it seem like you were controlling when you were just hurt. I told people a story that was not fair. I have been correcting it." I sipped my drink. "What does correcting it mean?" "Telling them I said something messed up," she said. "That you left because you have self-respect, not because you are crazy, that I pushed it." I nodded once. "Good." She looked at me with wet eyes. "Do you think there is any chance we could try again? I have been going to therapy. I am working on my need for attention. I blocked a few guys I used to flirt with. I am trying." Her voice cracked on that last word. There was a time when that might have pulled me back, when the idea of her trying would have felt like hope. Now all I felt was distance. "No," I said. She flinched. "You did not even think about it." I thought about it for 6 weeks, I said. Every time I slept through the night without a fight, every time I went to an event and did not worry if my own girlfriend would pretend I was not there. I like my life better now. Tears slipped down her cheeks. I know I messed up, but people can change. I hope you do, I said. Truly, for you. For whoever you date next. But I am not interested in being the person you practice on. I saw how you act when you think I am not listening. I believe you the first time now. She wiped her face with the back of her hand. So that is it. Yes, I said. We do not need to keep ripping this open. We had our run. It ended. That is okay. She looked at me like she was trying to find the old version of me in my face. The one who would have folded with a smile and a promise. Do you hate me? She asked. No, I said. I do not spend enough time thinking about you to hate you. It came out flat, not cruel, just true. We sat in silence for a bit. The shop was half full. Cups clinked. A barista called out names. Thank you for hearing me out, she said, voice small. Take care of yourself, Madison, I said. For real this time, not for your brand. I stood, tossed my cup, walked out. I did not look back to see if she watched me go. Final update, it has been 8 months since that coffee. My life is not some movie glow up. It is just calmer. And that is more than enough. I go to work. I come home. I cook more. I started running. Not for content. Not for a before and after. Just for my heart and my head. I reconnected with friends I had drifted from because Madison did not vibe with them. Turns out I still like them. We play games on Thursdays now. No ring lights. Just bad jokes and cheap snacks. I stayed single for a while. I needed to learn where my lines are. I practiced saying things like, that makes me uncomfortable, and I am not okay with that, early instead of swallowing it. 3 months ago, I started seeing someone new. Her name is Lee. She works in a lab. She has no interest in being an influencer. When we go out, she introduces me as my boyfriend, Connor, with no eye roll, no hesitation. At a friend's party, a guy joked to her, bet you wish you came single, huh? She laughed and pointed at me. Nope, I like this one. Simple, firm, the whole room moved on. I did not realize how much I needed to hear something that basic until then. As for Madison, I still hear bits. Small city, overlapping circles. She lost one of her brand deals after the drama. Another switched to short-term contracts only. There was talk about her being hard to manage. She started a podcast about dating in your 20s that lasted 6 episodes, then went quiet. She posted a long note once about taking accountability and working on herself. People sent it to me. I did not read the whole thing, not out of anger, just disinterest. If she is really doing the work, I am glad. If it is just another performance, that is her loop to live in. Sometimes people ask about the breakup, new friends, coworkers who heard a piece. So what happened with your ex, they say. I heard she was kind of wild, someone adds. I keep my answer short. She told a room full of people she should have come single while I was there. I believed her. They usually nod. A few say, good for you, in that simple way that feels like agreement, not praise. At night, when I turn off the lights and my apartment goes quiet, I think back to that hallway, her laughing, saying she should have come single, the way everyone around her agreed. That was the moment the relationship ended. Not when I sent the text, not when she walked out of my apartment. The real revenge was not a big scene or some perfect comeback. It was choosing to take her words seriously. She wanted to act single, so I set her free, and I kept my self-respect.